GB News. We're live on TV, online and on digital radio. I'm Nana Akua. Talk about a case of taking yourself too seriously. Who am I? I've had such a terrible life. It's so difficult, people, to self-made, hard-working parents who are famous and exceptional. They've achieved so much. I can make pancakes. Do you want to see my video of me making a toastie?
Spread some mayonnaise on there. Some more avocado oil. First layer. Then add your mushrooms and onion. Then, of course, your cheese. Then the other piece of bread.
I've had to live with the hardships of this privilege that my hard-working parents, who have given me everything, have foisted on me. It's not my fault that I'm bagged an heiress, daughter of a billionaire, and that I'm set up for life. But my mum danced on me at the wedding.
3 words when you're getting busy. Whoop, there it is, hit me.
Seriously, talk about first world problems. He definitely won't find this funny. I think it's hilarious. Brooklyn Beckham, who is apparently taking advice from Prince Harry. No, Brooklyn, no. Look, Brooklyn, parents are embarrassing, and particularly at weddings. That's just life. Basically, Brooklyn, the reason you are in the position to even be looked at by Nicola Peltz is because your parents have made something of themselves. They are global icons. They've created brand Beckham, the very thing that you are dissing. This is a mean feat. They've done it with sheer unrelenting graft, something that they've done to spare you from. Basically, Brooklyn, they've given you everything. Now, I hear that you've tattooed your wife's eyes on you. Seems a bit weird, but each to their own. This whole setup reminds me of Meghan and Harry. Please, Brooklyn, don't tell me you've gone to Prince Harry for advice. How do you think he's getting on? It's not great, is it? His family don't appear to want him anywhere near them, and his kids have spent very little time, if any, with the king, their granddad. I guess at least Posh is back on top. Yeah, go girl. Her single is at #1 in numerous countries around the world. And on this occasion, she's got you to thank. Your efforts to denigrate your family have well and truly backfired. I'd leave it there if I were you. You see, most people are busy trying to make ends meet. And frankly, they don't have much sympathy for multi-millionaire spoilt brats. Now, go and thank your parents for giving you such an incredible opportunity, you ungrateful little toad. Spice Girls, viva forever.
Using the internet without a VPN, a virtual private network, is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. This video's sponsor is Private Internet Access. They are the VPN to help keep you safe. Click the link in the description below to find out why over 30 million people have downloaded PIA to protect themselves online. A virtual private network is an app that hides your IP address and helps keep your data private. When you're browsing the internet at home, you give up a large amount of data to businesses, to shops, and indeed to social media giants too. Hackers have the ability to steal your personal data with ease, including sensitive information such as passwords, keystrokes, and even your personal photos. Private Internet Access helps protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection to keep your data out of the hands of cybercriminals. And it's not just hackers either to be concerned about. Information can be censored too. When Canada passed their C-18 bill, social media giants decided to ban news content on their platforms. But PIA can protect your ability to consume the news and content you love. Private Internet Access is available for Windows users, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, and you can use one PIA subscription to protect an unlimited amount of devices. And we've got a huge GB News discount for you too. Click the link in this video's description and you'll get a massive 83% off PIA. That's under £2 a month, the price of a coffee, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free on top. Also, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee too. Visit PIA-AD.com/GB News to start protecting yourself digitally today.
Right, joining me now is showbiz journalist Sarah Louise Robertson. Hello, Sarah.
I loved your introduction there, Nana. That was brilliant. You're right. Brooklyn has come from the same victim school, the school of victimhood, as Prince Harry. And isn't it interesting that him and Prince Harry have become friends? They've had meetings, himself, Nicola, with Harry and Meghan and Harry's Montecito home. And we've got the Princess of Wales throwing her support behind her friend, Lady Victoria Beckham, by wearing Lady Victoria's clothing, her fashions, this week when she was out and about. So she was sent, the royals have sent a very clear stance on where they stand, and they are team Victoria and David, and Brooklyn's over there in the corner with Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. So I think that says a lot, doesn't it? Because we know what a whinger old Harry is.
You see, the thing is, I mean, David and Victoria Beckham are absolute icons. I've never met them, but I am, I loved Victoria and the Spice Girls. I saw how hard they worked. David Beckham, a real hard-working footballer, played for England, a real, an icon, both of them in their own right, which is clearly something that Brooklyn, doesn't have.
No, well, but Brooklyn was born with a silver spoon. Now, you can argue the lad didn't ask to be born. He could say, well, it's not my fault. I didn't choose to be born. I've been born into that family. But he was, whether you like it or not, born with a silver spoon. And he's now, his parents who are multi-millionaires, two of the most famous people in the world, as you say, absolute British icons. There's a reason why David is now Sir David Beckham and Victoria's Lady Victoria. And they're grafters. These are Essex born and bred people who have worked hard, relentlessly and slogged and done what a lot of people wouldn't have been able to do. They've put themselves in the public eye. They've taken a lot of flack over the years, but they're united as a family. And one thing that the two of them have never, ever faltered on in the 30 plus years that they've been together is their children have always come first. They absolutely idolized their four children. Probably Brooklyn more than all the others because he was the eldest boy. David adores him. Victoria absolutely worships Brooklyn. He's always like his mother's best friend. Those two have been, so strongly connected and have such did have until Nicola came on the scene, such a strong, loving mother and son bond. There's nothing inappropriate. I mean, the level of accusation that Brooklyn implied in that message has wounded Victoria deeply, and she has given an interview through friends today to say that she has been heartbroken at the thought that he could try and insinuate that there was anything inappropriate towards her actions towards her son. It was a group dance, apparently. It wasn't the dance that he's portrayed in that 6-page statement that he put out on Monday night when he blew up social media with those accusations. It was a group dance. It was apparently a salsa song. It wasn't like a Marvin Gaye love song the way that he was applying. It was upfront. Victoria loves to dance, and Brooklyn and Nicola, through their own admission to Vogue magazine, had already had their first couples dance. They'd had their lovey-dovey song to Elvis Presley. Victoria just got up. Cruz was dancing, Brooklyn's younger brother, with Eva Longoria, Victoria's best friend, on the stage. It was a group dance between the Beckham family and some of their friends, and apparently Nicola just spat her dummy out and got upset because Brooklyn was dancing with another woman rather than her, and that's why she ran out the room crying. So she needs to get over herself, doesn't she? Why wouldn't you be happy? I would love it if my husband, future husband, showed that lovely, loving relationship with his mum. It shows how he prides himself on family, how they come from a close, loving family. What's not to celebrate about that, Nana? You want that. It shows that the son's been brought up well, that he has a good relationship with his parents, especially if you're going to have children with that person. You want to know he's from a loving, stable family unit, which he is. But yet Brooklyn has turned his back on all of that. And that is what got the Beckham family scratching their heads. They're devastated, but they're not blaming him. There's no accusations of blame. The door is open. They're not leveling any blame. They know where this is coming from, and it's not coming from Brooklyn himself. So the door is open to Brooklyn to come back to his family whenever he chooses to do so. He is loved by his parents. They still absolutely adore him. They want that to be out there in the public eye that they love Brooklyn above anything, and they're not levelling any blame. They're not putting any blame at his door, nothing. They just want to get their son back and to get their relationship track with their golden boy. And you can't blame them as parents.
Yeah, bless them. I really hope they do make it up. But I just think sometimes some of the children of these uber wealthy people become incredibly ungrateful because they don't really understand the hard graft that is required to get where you are, because they've had it all the time. And sometimes people need to learn some home truths. But I don't think he will with Nicola, because she's even more wealthy. So yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, well, this is it, Nana. And I don't know if you ever watched the TV show Succession, which was about a very famous media family. When you're talking that level of wealth, and Mr. Peltz is a billionaire, but he's not just a billionaire, he's a multi-billionaire. Yeah. So it's what's called stealth wealth. And at that level of wealth, which is beyond our comprehension and understanding, it doesn't work the way it works in ordinary houses.
Well, basically, with that amount of money, the money keeps making money, not like in an ordinary house where the money just disappears. Listen, Sarah Louise Robertson, we do have to leave it there, but fascinating stuff. We'll be get updates from you soon.